this is a good segue into my next thing.
All right. What, ball rash?
Well, close.
All right.
Close.
Okay.
Since we're talking about nasty male habits, as it were.
Well, that would be one, but go ahead.
Yep. Gotta find it here real quick. Where the hell did it go? Hang on a second. I'm looking.
I'm hanging.
Yeah, I'm looking real quick.
Dum, dum, dum.
Oh, here we go. Since we're talking about disgusting things.
All right.
Doctor accused of ejaculating in drugged patient's face.
I mean, that's terrible.
It is.
That's horrible. Not funny. All right, go ahead.
A doctor has been barred from seeing patients while police investigate a woman's accusation that he ejaculated in her face.
I can't even take that serious. That's hilarious.
Dr. David Newman, an emergency physician at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York City,
right,
allegedly administered a second shot of morphine when the 22-year-old woman visited for a sore shoulder on January 11th.
Jesus Christ, she was in for a sore shoulder?
Yes.
All right.
Conscious but unable to move, the woman claims the doctor fondled her breasts, then turned his back to her and began to masturbate.
Okay.
She then felt semen on her face and later collected some of the ejaculate in a plastic bag.
Right.
This is a matter under investigation, and we are fully cooperating with the appropriate authorities, the hospital said in a statement.
Jesus, who are the fucking cum doctors?
Right.
Jeez, oh man.
We take this matter very seriously, and we are conducting our own internal investigation.
Okay.
During this time, the physician is not providing any medical services at Mount Sinai.
Why?
The health and safety of our patients are of the utmost concern.
Well, there was nothing unsafe, was there?
No. Unless, of course, he's an AIDS carrier.
All right, what gets into... I'm going to assume this is true. There's no reason to think it's not true, especially if she's got a fucking baggie full of jizz.
Right.
You know, which conveniently she had a baggie, thank God. I mean, who doesn't carry around a baggie to wipe jizz off their face?
Sure.
You know, but assuming that this is true, what the fuck is in this guy's head? I mean, how do you come to this thought? What do you do? You're looking at this chick and you're like, man, I'd really like to bust a load in her face.
I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
I mean, okay, so he drugs her. And then he purposely, I guess what she's saying is that he purposely drugged her so she couldn't move?
Yeah, he kind of like paralyzed her.
But didn't knock her out?
Apparently not, because she was aware that it was happening.
So he had to want to be caught.
Yeah, well, that most criminals do want to be caught. They get this secret thrill out of the danger of it all.
I guess.
You know, it's the thrill of the chase or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I guess. It just,
I mean, I agree with you, but it's just the whole, you know, it's like, it's a thrill.
Yeah, sounds like it.
That's what gets them all hot, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, I'm doing something that's really disgusting, or I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm doing it anyway. And
Right.
You know, it's just a bad thing all around. But
how many guys in prison are going to try and recreate this scene on this guy's face?
I have no idea.
You know that's how it's going to go down.
Sure.
All right, we're going to role play here. You're going to be the girl, and I'm going to be you.
Yeah.
Now lay on the floor, or else I'll shiv you.
I'm going to blow a load in your face.
And you're going to take it. What the hell? This guy is a jewel, man.
Yeah. Enjoy the load in your face, fucky.
What the hell?
Well, it's just like the album from Kingdom Come in Your Face.
Right?
That's what I thought of when I first, read that story. Kingdom Come in Your Face.
I mean, look, there's nobody doesn't like blowing a load in a chick's face, but my God, get permission.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to get permission, really.
Yeah. Be a gentleman about it.
No chick really. I mean, other than if it's the first time you're ever banging her, if you've banged a chick a couple of times, they're pretty willing on that one.
Sure.
Most of them are like happy for that because they know they're not going to get pregnant off of a fucking load.
Right.
Blown in their fucking nose.
Yeah.
David
Newman, 45, an Iraq war veteran.
Yeah.
Now working at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York, is wanted for questioning in the alleged sex assault. And he's barred from seeing patients after the New York Daily News described as a sickening incident.
Yeah, you think?
The incident allegedly happened after a patient showed up at Mount Sinai Hospital, which has declined comment while the matter is under investigation.
Right.
Shortly before 10:30 p.m. Monday, complaining of pain in her right shoulder. She was treated, but she was uncomfortable, so a nurse administered morphine.
Okay.
And then removed some of her clothing so she could be x-rayed.
All right.
Newman, a Montclair resident, walked into her room after the x-ray and injected her with more morphine, then fondled her breast and turned his back toward her. The woman then heard sounds of someone masturbating and felt some substance land on her.
Like she didn't know. I like how this article guy tries to like give the newspaper description instead of just saying he jerked his dick and blew a load in her face.
Right.
Yeah, that's what he did. She didn't happen to notice something landing on her face gently.
Right.
She took a fucking hot load in her face.
She did.
Yeah.
Newman is credited as the author of Hippocrates' Shadow, Secrets from the House of Medicine. His author page on Amazon said he runs a clinical research program and teaches at Columbia University and in the Department of Emergency Medicine at St. Luke's Roosevelt Hospital Center.
Yeah.
The author's page said that in 2005, as a major in the Army Reserves, he was deployed to Iraq and he received an Army Medal of Commendation. So he went from a decorated Army guy to blowing loads in chicks' faces.
Thank God he didn't work in pediatrics.
Right.
That could have been a problem.
Exactly. Well, after you blow a load in a chick's face,
yeah,
you need to clean up, right?
Yeah, you would think.
Well,
you're not going to kiss her on the cheek.
Right. Well, there is a new product on the market for guys who are blowing loads in chicks' faces.
Okay. There's a product?
There's a product out there. It's called Nadkins.
Napkins?
Nad, N-A-D.
Oh, Nadkins.
Nadkins.
All right.
Nadkins are the newest version of wet naps for men's crotches.
All right. Kins.
See how this all ties together?
Nice. It's pleasant.
See, I put a little effort into trying to formulate the show to have a nice flow to it.
Yeah. And God, speaking of flow, Nadkins.
Nadkins.
Ugh.
In an effort to spare you a bunch of inappropriate jokes, we'll just get straight to the hard facts.
All right.
Men have just as many hygiene needs as a woman.
Okay.
The one we're addressing today is not a sizable issue, but it's important nonetheless.
All right.
Nadkins, a new grooming product on the market, makes cleansing wipes dubbed as male Jewels Refresher Towelettes. Yep, that's right. They're designated wet naps for the male nether regions for when things get all sweaty, smelly, and uncomfortable.
Okay.
So after you're done blowing a load in a chick's face in a medical office,
right,
just whip out your Nadkins and clean it up.
Yeah. What does it say on the case or on the container?
Nadkins.
It says Nadkins?
It looks like a box of cigarettes.
So would you put that like in your bathroom?
I guess.
On the back of the toilet or something?
In the medicine cabinet, perhaps. I don't know.
Where would you keep this?
But it looks like a box of cigarettes. You know how like a cool pack, looks like it looks like a box of cigarettes, and you pop the top back, and it's got little wet nap towelettes in there like you find at BW3s.
I'm going to introduce my own product called Wet Nads.
Right.
Instead of wet naps.
Well, there they are. Nathan in the chat room's got a picture of it.
Let's see. Chat room. Oh, yeah. It does look exactly like a cigarette.
Yeah. Nadkins.
Nadkins. It's just a wet nap.
That's what it says. It's wet naps for your balls.
What makes it different from a regular wet nap?
Well, nothing. It's just that it's marketed. Marketing is everything. You should know that, Mr. Web IT guy.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking, is there something that fucking makes your balls not stink?
Well, let's find out.
All right.
Founder Joe Caccamo, Caccamo. All
right, guilty.
Came up with the idea based on the bad sensations guys feel in their junk throughout the day.
Jesus.
Let's face it. When a man is uncomfortable down there, he is generally uncomfortable all over.
Is there a reason that we have to talk like children when we're talking about fucking wiping our nuts?
Well, because it's in print magazine, and so you can't say you're nuts.
Why?
I don't know the answer.
Do you think people don't know?
They do. This is why people are offended when Trump says, something that find offensive, even though everything that I've heard Trump say to me is not offensive.
Yeah.
But the pussy generation finds you saying ball bag offensive. So they got to say
saying down there offensive.
Yeah.
Makes it sound like I'm a fucking 3-year-old.
Yes.
Awful. All right, go ahead.
So uncomfortable down there, he is generally uncomfortable all over, making for a miserable day. Okay. Now, I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
In all my years, I have never felt uncomfortable on my ball bag.
Not to where it ruined my day.
Yeah, it's just like, well, I feel dirty all over. I feel like I need to take a bath.
Yeah.
No.
I felt that. Like, I mean, not just from my balls, though.
Yeah, but this is what he's saying, is that when you're uncomfortable in the ball region, that you're uncomfortable all over.
No. You're just uncomfortable all over because, let's be real. We're talking about sweaty nuts.
Yeah, sweaty ball bag and taint.
Well, unless you're fucking not human, you're not just sweating in your nuts.
True.
You're just sweating.
True.
And that's when you feel like shit. That's when you come in, like if you ran in from, outside or something, it's raining or whatever, and it's hot inside the room.
Right.
You get that quick sweat that comes over you.
Sure.
Your balls are sweating, but so's everything else. And then all your clothes feel all fucking sticky and funky and shit.
Right.
But I don't know that I've ever had that sensation just with my nuts.
Right.
Never.
Well, again, this is a whole marketing ploy. It's just like, you need to wipe your nuts, dude.
Look at Demon in the chat room coming up with some new products. Ball balm. Sack soothe.
Right. She could be the competitor to wet gnats. Nadkins, yeah.
Nadkins.
Yeah.
Wet nads was mine.
Right. Cockamo, I guess that's how you would CACCAMO, Cockamo.
Yeah, cockhead.
Yeah. Said in a press release, so why not create something that turns a simple swipe into a sigh of relief? In terms of the product name, Nadkins was born out of a conversation Cockamo had with a woman.
Okay.
Cockamo said, his friend said, you know, Joe, guys don't always smell so great down there.
Is that what she said?
That's what she said.
Sure, it wasn't more like, man, this guy I'm blowing stinks.
Yeah, he smells.
What conversation? When's the last time you had a casual conversation with a chick about fucking ball smell?
I've actually had a conversation about that.
A casual one.
It was casual.
It wasn't. Was it somebody that you had stuck your dick in?
Yes.
That doesn't count.
Okay.
It can't be some. I mean, this isn't like a coworker.
Yeah, this isn't like sitting around having coffee at a coffee shop. This is yes.
This article's making it sound like, we were just chatting about this, and guess what came up?
Yes.
We were at Starbucks.
Right.
Having our morning meet with my good friend.
Sure.
Stop it. Yeah, of course you've had the conversation maybe with somebody that you're fucking.
Right.
But not just some casual acquaintance or neighbor. Have you ever had a conversation about your ball sack with your neighbor?
No.
Then why not? Seems okay.
Right.
So stupid.
So anyway, Joe was having this conversation with a female friend.
Yeah, just a friend.
She mentioned that some guys just don't smell so great in the ball area.
Yeah, down there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they need a napkin for their nads. A nadkin.
A nadkin.
The fresher uppers are non-toxic and contain soothing ingredients such as aloe vera, colloidal oatmeal, and
oatmeal.
Colloidal oatmeal.
Okay.
And vitamin E.
All right.
After wiping the area, users will get a cooling and refreshing feeling without any irritation.
Right.
According to the press release, it also removes dead skin and helps protect against added aggravation.
Do people have a lot of dead skin on their balls?
I don't know. That's a thing. It's just like, I think this is for guys who don't know how to wash properly.
Yeah, this is all foreign.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, if you take a shower every day and you're like washing properly, you shouldn't have any of these issues.
Yeah, if you mix in some soap around your nuts, you're not going to have any of this.
That's exactly right. These are guys who don't shower for a couple of days at a time, and they're sweating it up, and they maybe don't change their underwear or something. So this is like putting a Band-Aid on an issue that goes beyond just trying to feel fresh.
And if they stink this bad, ladies, you have no business on knowing what their balls smell like.
Right, exactly.
If they can't fucking take a shower before they stick their dick in your mouth, then they don't deserve your mouth for their dick.
I agree.
What the hell?
The down under world of male grooming doesn't stop there. Man groomer biz wipes are drugstore gems that provide a masculine executive scent.
What? What does that even mean?
It's another product.
A masculine executive scent.
Yes.
What does that mean?
That has like a manly smell to it. Like, I'm all man, baby.
But what's the executive part?
I don't know.
If you work in an office, you smell different?
I guess you must have a musky smell to you.
I'll bet.
You don't smell perfumey, you smell musky.
Except for that stank-ass ball bag of yours.
Right. So it's called Man Groomer Biz Wipes.
My God. And you know the sad part? This guy is probably a millionaire.
Yeah, he's probably making a lot of money.
From fucking nut products.
Right.
Jesus.
He just stole a handful of wet naps from the Denny's and decided to package them differently and go, you know what? Nadkins.
Nadkins, exactly.
It's like, hey, Denny's, where do you buy your wet naps? Oh, we buy them from the, some distributor. Okay, I'm going to package them differently and call them Nadkins.
Exactly. I'm going to rub some Gold Bond on them and call them Nadkins.
Right.
Jeez.
Birchbox sells a similar good called Niche, Niche.
Okay.
That could also be used on the face. If it's safe for your penis, it's probably okay for your cheeks.
Stop it. Stop it. Just out of fucking pure heterosexuality, I'm not taking anything that's rubbed on my nuts onto my face.
Right.
You know, that's just not happening.
Well, look at Demon. She's got dude wipes.
Dude wipes. That's just terrible. Would you touch anything that's marketed for your nuts?
No.
Onto your face? It'd be like fucking wiping your face off with a condom. It's just retarded. This is a horrible story.
Well, I thought you'd enjoy it, though.
He's a man, dude.
Mayron's Goods provides junk stuff, a cream that uses essential oils and vitamins to clear up rashes and rawness.
I know that I could see as a legitimate product.
Junk stuff.
I don't know about the name, but I could definitely see, like guys that run and stuff a lot, they got to get all chafed up here and there, don't they?
I would imagine.
Yeah, and, they need something for that. That makes sense. Guys that can't fucking clean their balls? How about mix in a shower, dickhead?
I agree with that. Women have a lot of products to keep their lady parts fresh and clean.
Their lady parts.
Like the classic Summer's Eve and, get this one, healthy hoo-hoo wipes.
Hoo-hoo.
So no battle of the sexes here unless we're talking how public men are about their wants for women down their situations.
Yeah. So?
Yeah. So there you go. So not only do we guys want our chicks' pussies clean and fresh,
right?
Chicks want the same thing in return.
All right. Fair enough. That's fair enough.
So there you go.
Wow, that is a horrible picture, Nathan.
Hoo-hoo wipes.
Hoo-hoo wipes. Come on.
Hey, clean up your hoo-hoo.
Dude, wouldn't you be... Yeah, I mean, it's an age-old, silly, stupid thing about guys going into the fucking drugstore and having to buy tampons or whatever.
Sure.
That's allegedly embarrassing.
Right.
I gotta admit, it would be embarrassing to fucking walk into the drugstore and go to the counter with hoo-hoo wipes.
Yeah, or, hey, do you guys carry Nadkins? My balls are itchy.
You know what? I might have to try that. I'll record it.
My balls are itchy. You got any Nadkins?
You want me to try that this week? I'll put a recorder in my pocket.
Sure.
They have Nadkins.
Yeah, you got any Nadkins?
Yeah, I'm having a real problem with my balls sweating.
Right.
If you hook me up with some Nadkins, I will so do that this week.
Where would you go? Like Walgreens or like Rite Aid or something? CVS, yeah.
Yeah. I'll go to the one in Pittsburgh because I don't know those people.
Sure. My balls itch.
I will too. You know I will.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It is funny. All right. let's take a short break and we'll come back.
All right. Got more stories, I'm assuming?
Oh, yeah. I got plenty of stories, dude. Got stories for days.
Perfect.
Anything you want to hear in particular?
How about, you know what I have not heard any of is the new Brainstorm. Is it any good?
It's a big... Wow, we got a little feedback going on there. But, it's that big bombastic symphonic stuff. But, yeah, it's pretty good.
Worth listening to or
Sure, let's play some.
All
right, we got an interview coming up on our good friend Corey's station, Uncontrolled Noise, with Brainstorm.
Yes.
And they have a new CD out called Scary Creatures.
Okay.
Scary Creatures.
Creatures.
Yeah. And let's see here. Trying to pick out a good one. I think what we'll play is How Much Can You Take?
All right.
So let's play some Brainstorm and check these guys out. So here it is, brand new Brainstorm from Scary Creatures, exclusively here
on your classic metal show.
A happy 20th anniversary, 20 years in metal, classic metal show. Congratulations from Torsten of Brainstorm.